Stream is starting. The Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord, follow him.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you happen to be in the world. Captain Coder here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday, folks. We're almost there. We're almost there, just a little bit more than 24 hours away till DC Jam 2024. Hang on, folks. I forgot to open up a web browser. What was I thinking? What are we doing today, folks? What are we doing? We're working on, I don't even have my screen. You can't even see my screen. I hit the wrong button, apparently. DC Jam 2024 coming up. Almost a poo stack with the hat redeem. My heap of hats is over here. Hang on, folks. We gotta get the heap of hats. Let's get this heap of hats ready for this hat stack. Oh, there it is. Thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get a hat added to this stack. Poo stack, thank you so much. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Folks, it's so wonderful to have all you fabulous human beings here with me on this beautiful day. What's going on? I'm so not set up this morning. Poo stack, thank you for the hat redeem. Code Monk, congratulations on your number one, my friend. Luke R. Dunalek. Luke. Following me on this beautiful Thursday morn. Luke, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Great to have you here. Marshall, welcome back to the stream as well. Blue Stack, great. Congratulations on your number 3. So you were reigning supreme there for a while with your number 1. Red Mer, we got a fancy mug today. Cheers to you, my friend. That bean water is so good. It's delicious. It's tasty. It's wonderful. So nice in my belly. Devro, welcome back to the stream. Devro, how are your classes going? How close are you done to being, how close are you to, I can't talk this morning. I'm just too excited. I'm too excited to talk. Devro, how have your classes been? I think you were taking a C# or a Unity class or a C, I can't even remember now. But how's your project been? What have you been working on recently? I feel like I haven't seen you streamed in a while. Dramolk's always wonderful to have you with us as well. Kovalaki's here too. Good day, my friend. Good day. How you been, Kovalaki? Captain Anosa, how the heck are you on this beautiful day? What have you been working on? I gotta know. And Moon is still reigning supreme with that number 1, but Dramolk's is coming for you. He's only about 1,000 points behind you at this point. Dramolk's, yeah, look at this. Dramolk's has 203,575 points. Mooniz has 204,000, only 1,000 points behind. Only 1,000 points behind. It's a neck and neck race going on there for that first place. Mooniz, how are you scared? I'm gonna be at 1K points for a week now. Are you scared? Or are you feeling confident in yourself, Mooniz? Because Moon has got so many points because he used to answer all my questions back when I was a young game dev. When Captain was a young game dev, Mooniz was there helping me learn how to game dev. For anyone who doesn't know, I've only been game deving for about a year at this point. Fighting for that Lambo. That's right. Trying to save up to get that Lambo redeem. Exactly. Devro says, Unreal development class, doing very good, finished it too fast, so I get clearance to request class I want to do. Still 1.5 months left. God, you gotta make back all my money this way. Yeah, you gotta spend money to spend money, as they, that's what they say, right? You gotta spend money to spend money. Is that right, Devro? Is that correct? Spending money to spend money? I feel like I got that saying wrong, because that thing just feels too obvious. You got to spend money to spend money. I must be saying it wrong. Someone correct me on that. So, what's the saying? Someone? Anyone? Bueller? Hang on, folks. I got something going on over here on my workstation. There it is. When you have so many other people helping you these days, when Dram passed me in points, I'll give all my points up. Mooniz. That's, I guess Mooniz just wants to give them all the, are you gonna give them all the Dramolks? So Dramolks will be, I'm surprised people haven't combined all their points together to get that Lambo redeem already. Spend your father's money to maybe make back your own money. I think that's how, yeah, a small loan of $1 million, right? Just a small loan of $1 million. That's all you need. A little tiny loan from your father. Kovalak, you gotta make money to spend money. That's right, Kovalak. You gotta make money to spend money. That's it. The rat race we are all doomed to run. Alexito the Burrito, my friend, welcome back to the stream. Long time no see as well. Alexito the Burrito over on YouTube. Great to see you. I hope you've been doing wonderful, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see you when I get a chance. Welcome back to the stream. I hope things have been well for you. All right. What are we doing, folks? What are we doing? We are working on the Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024, which starts tomorrow, which is insane. My tool's coming along pretty well. I'm pretty excited for it. I built a lot of tools last year too, and then didn't use any of them. I'm hoping this year I will actually use my tools. Just for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, let's do a quick launch here. Get the program loaded. Bear with me while I build my program. Oh, that bean water's good. All right, so here we are in the editor. Go to the dungeon builder. We have some maps we can load in here. Look at this beautiful map. Look at this beautiful map. It's actually looking pretty good. Yesterday, we added in support for double-sided wall textures. So if we want to change the texture on a wall, it's pretty easy. We just set the texture, boom. Now we got, look at that. Look at that texture. Look how beautiful. Look, Dramulx, are you looking? Dramulx, are you looking? It seems a bit like a Doom builder. That's exactly what it is. Because when we run it, hang on. This thing's gotta load now. It's a top-down, all of the data for the game is 2D, but it renders in 3D. So give me a second, I'll show you. Once it builds, build it once, build it twice, build it 10 times. I could always just run the web build. Hang on, let's run the web build so we can see it. This is why I want to get it loading external JSON files proper. Let's go into the build folder, let's go into the WebGL folder, .NET Serve. So it takes this map data, and then, oops, wrong web browser. Hang on, let's try again. Where'd I go? I gotta scroll up here. Boom. So it takes that data and then it renders it into this. This is what we end up with. Something that looks like this. There's some annoying scripts here that twist you around, make it hard to get to the tavern. But this is what we have so far. So it takes that data, renders it into a 3D-esque world. I guess technically it's a 3D world. Okay. What I want to do today is in our WebGL builds, I want to get it so that our WebGL build, here, let's pull up the repository here. I don't know if I have a task for this. I want my WebGL build to be able to load, and ideally, I shouldn't have closed that. I don't know why I closed that. Localhost, is this the right localhost? Hang on. Why am I so bad at this? 51505. 51505, there it is. I want to be able to do the following. I want to be able to context dot load build or load dungeon crawler, load crawler, and then give it a URL, https://some_url.com. This will load a JSON, completely rebuild the map, so you can actually change the game in the game. It's a game in a game. So I want to be able to do that. That's what we're looking for. I know I can do a control click on the, but then I have to find it. I can't control click once I've lost that first URL. So I know I can do it this way, but then I have to go find it. So anyway, you are correct. You are correct, Smab, and welcome back to the stream. Great to have you here on this beautiful day, Smab. How the heck have you been? I hope you've been well. Okay, so that's what I want to do today. Let's see if we have a, do we have load? Feature to load manifest from external file. This is what we want to work on today. BK, welcome back to the stream. How are you on this beautiful day? No worries, Smab. I always appreciate when you can hop in, even if just for a second. So, look, Smab, you are my original follower. You are. I hope that's not a lot of pressure. I just want to say thank you for all of the support and being here that you've done over the last year and 3 months. I really appreciate it. BK, congratulations on your number 10, my friend. Welcome back to the stream. It's great to see you. Okay, here we go. Add feature to load manifest JSON from external file. That's what I want to do. I need to know in, excuse me, in Unity WebGL, can I make a Unity WebGL make web request? Can I make a web request to load file externally? Congratulations on your Sharp inf. What is Sharp? I'm not. I'm stuttering, but I don't understand. On your Sharp inf, what correct? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm not smart enough. Use Unity web request class. Okay. Because you're infinitely first as the streamer. Gotcha. I guess. So position minus infinity. Number. Number. You're okay. I think I get it. I don't know. Look, Captain Coder is pretty simple. Specifically, web doesn't support any .NET classes within the system.NET namespace. Okay, so there is a Unity web request class. Don't worry about it. BK. I honestly think it's more me being not the smartest of humans. All version of editor and standalone players. Okay, let's see if we can get Unity web request to work. Is there an example? Common operations using H wraps the low-level API, provides a convenient interface. Okay, so let's look at the HLAPI. The HLAPI. Retrieve text or binary from an HTTP server. Okay, this is what I want. This is what I want. Tell me what I want, what I really want. To retrieve simple data such as textual data or binary data, we can do the following. Unity web request.get call. Okay. Unity. This is going to be interesting to do with our scripting. This will be really interesting because it will probably have to mean something slightly different in the WebGL build because we don't have access to this Unity web request prior. So we'll have to add in some kind of binding. This might be a good spot for dependency injection. We'll find out. So Unity web request get. Okay, we're just going to try this. Let's come into our Unity dungeon crawler, Unity new file, web dungeon crawler loader. Something like this. Let's make this a namespace captaincoder.dungeoneering.unity public. Let's make it a static class. I think I want to be able to. We're gonna stutter some more. That's what we're gonna do. Public static. Let's make it a mono behavior for now. I'm not sure. To test it out, class web loader. We'll make it a mono behavior so we can attach it to something and test it. Let's do a public void awake. The awake is going to do this. Booyah, Grandma reporting for duty. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm so glad you're here with us on this beautiful day. I hope you are having a beautiful day, my friend, wherever you happen to be in the world. Thank you for being here. Unity web request. I bet I need to include a managed library. This is from, yeah, what library is this going to be from? Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I need to find where Unity web request is. What managed library is this in? Let's go see if we can find something that looks correct. This computer D. Booyah, Grandma, how's your game coming along? Tell us all about it. Tell us. I need to get a trailer of your game set up over on so we can check it. When you come in, I can press the booyah. We could have a booyah command. Booyah. And it'll play a little video of you riding a bike through your little environment and building a house. That'd be cute. It's coming. I'm excited to get back to it. Awesome. Did you, Booyah Grandma, were you moving? I think you had mentioned that you were moving. Is that true? I apologize if I have you confused with someone else. Amazing. Unity editors. That was you. Okay, gotcha. How was your move? Are you still moving? If you are, all right. So let's see. This looks like it's Unity web request. Unity. Let's see if we can find web. No, GL. Oh boy, where is this? The other ones tend to have. So just so you guys know what I'm looking at, the other parts of the API tended to be show me where it was here. And so I'm not sure which DLL it comes in. UnityEngine.network in the example below shows you're on the manual page now. And the API script. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I would look for Unity Web Request API. Thank you so much, Unity Coder. Let's give you some bonus points. Add Unity Coder, 125 points. Thank you so much for the help. There it is. UnityEngine.networking. That's what we need. Unity Engine. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-boom, boom. It's in here somewhere. Let me scroll up and down a couple more times. Networking? Oh, this is interesting. Unity Engine.networking. Is this something that I have to add to a project? Ooh, this is the first time I've not been able to find it in my managed library there. Yeah. Interesting. Unity Engine.networking.dll location. Let's see if this says where the files. That's not what I want. In your own CS project. Where do I get the network? I have made a prototype. Run headless. I have a prototype. Thank you. Oh, we might have to. This is super interesting. Corfless, welcome back to the stream. And the Lubin, how you been, my friend? It was showing something about implemented in Unity Web Request module in the docs above. Okay. Unity Web Request module. Let's see if that's there. Thank you, Web Request. Nope, there's no web request either. Hang on, let's try. Here's what we can do. Let's make a script here. See if it has it here. It might be something that we have to add as a package and then ends up in a library folder inside it. So it might not be something that's there by default. Let's find out. Scripts. Let's test here. Let's test this theory. Sure, new behavior script. Let's see if we can get it to show up here on start. So it was web GL, hang on. Unity web request. Unity web request. Unity web request. Hang on. There it goes. And using Unity engine.networking. Okay, so I don't, it should be part of this, the managed library somewhere. Unity engine.unity web request module. Fascinating. Does this show local data temp metadata? Look at this. It's like, that's not the most useful thing. I think it's just because this is like decompiling it and it puts it in a folder like this. I'm gonna do a search here. Give me a second. Let's come up into our folder. Let's search for Unity web request module. So I'm currently running a search in the root. There it is. All right. I'm running this in the root folder of my Unity 2022 install. I should not have hit escape. Apparently that was not the correct thing to do. And this is giving me some information where I can hopefully find it here. .dll. Let's see if it'll find a .dll file for us. There it is. There's a couple. That's an interesting sign. Or are these all in the same spot? Can I view details? All right, where are these? Data managed. Oh, maybe I just typed in the wrong thing. I thought this is where I was looking. This looks like the correct one. Open file location. All right. Apparently I just didn't go in the right folder. All right, let's try this one here. We're gonna copy. Last time we accidentally cut it. All right, let's go into, we'll close this. We'll get rid of this behavior. Close this window. We want to put this in our managed libraries folder. Okay. And we're going to paste this here. Then let's copy this. We got to add this to our references. Like so. Let's see if we can build here. Using Unity Engine. Perfect, perfect. Okay, we done got it. We done got it. Let's go delete this script here. Making progress. Okay. Delete that. Give me just a second here while this builds. And now in here, all right, this is going to be our web loader. Perfect. When's the deadline on the jam? So the jam starts tomorrow, booyah. The jam starts tomorrow. We are building it. We're building, so we don't know the theme. We are building an engine to use during the jam. So yeah, so I'm kind of insane. You know, as per usual, I can't just do something simple where I make a little game. I have to build a tool for making a game. But we're building a tool to make a game for the game jam, which will likely end in destruction of myself. But we'll find out. You'll have to tune in to find out. Will the captain destroy Will the captain self-destruct? Only find out. Find out. Okay. So over here we have this serve. I'm gonna put in a request here on local hosts 515. Oh, you know what? Let me make it so we can do the following. Public string URL. You just specify the URL here. And we'll make it, currently we'll put it on localhost 51505/build.json, and we'll do a URL here. My web request dot all right, I don't know if this actually, okay, now that I have this, let's go look at their example. .get. So let's look what they got here. The result was successful. All right, we'll copy their example again. Let's do it as an IEnumerator. Okay. Coroutine. Oh, so we'll do on start. We won't put it in awake. We'll do on start. Because I don't know why. Start coroutine. Get text. This will be our URL. They want us to import collections. Let's do a format here. Error, downloaded data. I really just want to get the text. Okay, perfect. Perfect. This is what we want. Let's try that in my web root over in my WebGL build directory. We can close this now. Let's come over to our wrong folder. Here we go. Into our, I put it in our, we're currently running in WebGL here. Let's put a build.json file here. Is that what we have? I guess we could put anything here. Let's take a build.json. I'm gonna take my pixel dungeon here. Reveal in File Explorer. Copy that. Paste it here. Name it build. Okay. Now we'll do a .NET build here. And we're gonna check it out. Dram. Telling Mooniz, Dram says to Mooniz, no one helped me, Moon. I gave Smabs points back when he gave me some a while back. Yeah, Dramulx doesn't want no help from nobody. Dramulx is his own point collector. Okay, let's go back into Unity. Now we got that build. Oh, accidentally opened up Vice. All right. Let's close that there. If you were here to play trivia, maybe you would have won. It's true. It's true. Dramulx won the trivia contests. So fair and square with those points. Fair and square with those points. Okay, so we got this build. Let's create a demo scene, delete the scripts folder, where we can attach this to an object and test out this. If we can load here, let's create a scene. Scene. This is load web request test web request. That's what we're going to do. Test web request. Okay. Create an empty object. We're going to attach the web loader here. Localhost 51505. Let's make sure this is actually something I can load right now. Yeah. Okay. So this is what we should get back. Will it blend, folks? Will it build? Will we request? Will it web request? That's what we got to find out. It will. Lucky. We got a web request going here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create a script part of our API here, I want to add in a function context.load crawler from URL. Given a URL to a build JSON, loads the project. I don't know. I need a better. Given a URL to a build JSON, loads the dungeon, downloads. Loads a dungeon crawler from the specified URL. There we go. Load crawler from URL. I don't even want to do a knit crawler from URL. I'm not sure. So this is what I want to have in my interpreter. So if we go to my Lua context now, we want to add in a public void load crawler from URL, string URL, and we're going to have to do a dependency injection here. So we're going to have some kind of URL loader that can be set elsewhere. We may not do it dependency injection. I think I'm going to just make it so we can specify a function here, a delegate. And so what I want to have happen is I'm going to have a public static action string. That's going to be the URL coming in. Load from URL. And it's going to be getting settable. And it's going to be null by default. Okay. So load crawler from URL, we're going to say if load, hang on. Here's what I need to do. Throw new not implement. We're gonna write a test. We're gonna unit test this. So that way we can set it. We can test setting it. So this actually might not be as difficult as I was thinking it would be. Fast Chat, welcome back to the chat. How we chatting today, Fast Chat? How you doing? I hope you're having a beautiful day, my friend. Happy to have you here with us. Load crawler from URL. So in our interpreter I want to do public void load or handle. We need the ability to call the delegate. Call load delegate on do void should load dungeon crawler from URL. Okay. And I think this is, at the very least, we can write a little test that says this thing's going to call the delegate. We're going to call it forward load dungeon request to delegate. There we go. So we can set where we want it to be called from. We need to, so it takes a script context. Maybe it shouldn't be static. Maybe it should look like this, and then we can initialize it. Do we have the Lua context? Yeah, we do, because we have interpreter in Unity. Gee, happy Thursday, my friend. Enjoy your lunch. I hope it's something delicious. Fetch it. Just need to turn left and start work while listening and watching you. Well, we appreciate you hanging out, my friend. Always enjoy having you with us, Fast Chat. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful life, a wonderful year, a wonderful month. all that good stuff. Okay, so we want to be able to set this. Okay. So we'll just make this a fact. The other one, assert dot fail. The other fail, not implemented. The other one should be fact, public void, fails if, fails when delegate, I'm gonna make this static. So it should be global to the game. That makes sense. Okay. And so it should be pretty easy. Lua. It's all a conspiracy. Mooniz, we're all against you. We're all against you. Load from URL. It's going to be equal to string. We'll string URL. Actual. We'll make this nullable. And then this will be actual equals URL. And then our Lua context, we'll just send it our interpreter. Oh, we need a context well. Dot exec Lua. Context dot load. Lua API here. Load crawler from URL. Load crawler from URL. Some URL. We have to give it a context. So substitute.for iScript context. I see I could have done it there with the context and said it that way. The world's against me. I saw someone on the street the other day. He didn't even look at me. He knows. Else he would have looked. You're all in this together. It's true, Mooniz. We're all in it together. Definitely. 100%. Actual dot should be some URL. And so we can actually do a theory here, I suppose. Let's set this equal to default. Like that. And we can do like this. Okay. Paid actors everywhere. He was a paid actor. All right, so this should fail. It's just a build up for 5+ years. We can test that with different URLs here. So we'll do a string script equals this. And this becomes URL. We can even change this to expected. And we'll execute this script. And we'll say expected theory inline data some URL just to test it with 2 different inputs. Another URL. Okay. Also, paywalls ever. Perhaps the one you're climbing on is paid too. Perhaps it is. It's the Mooniz show. How long has it been going? Mooniz. It's been for your entire life, it turns out. It's like the Truman Show. It's the Mooniz show. They're all in on it. Everywhere you go, you're starting to recognize weird little things happening all around you. The Bamboozled show. The moon boozled. Moon boozled. Look, the cloud mocks you, Mooniz. The cloud is mocking you. Okay. I'll get you. All right, so our Lua context then here. Thank you for the dopamine. Thank you for the get you. That's right, Unicoder. We gonna get you. We gonna get you. We're gonna say the following though. If load from URL is null, throw new invalid operation exception. No URL loader specified. Okay, otherwise we just forward it to load from url.invoke with that URL. Okay, so then in the Unity one, we'll be able to set up a URL that actually does all the building for us. .NET test, let's make sure this passes. We'll do a little commit here if it does. It still fails. Not implemented. One second. Let's run these tests here to see which test is actually failing. Forward. Like it didn't detect this change. Oh, it's because I'm asserting fail right here. There it is. It's because I'm a failure. .NET test. All right, it's gonna yell at me here until this finishes, I suspect. It's gonna say busy, 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 busy. And okay. Okay, cannot access field. We gotta go into our hot. This is why we have these tests here. I would have been all confused. It would have taken me a long time to figure out. Dungeon crawler. .lua.hardwired. We got to build our hardwired context here. Generate it. .NET tests. Oh boy, how do we pronounce this? Schist. Schist. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I'm gonna go with Usu for now. Usu. Welcome aboard. I want to thank you so much for following me on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you happen to be. Thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew, my friend. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Ooh, maybe it's sushi. Is it sushi? Is that how we say it? Let me know. Let me know if I'm saying it incorrectly. Love this. Welcome to the stream. I'm happy to have you here on this beautiful day. All right, so our tests are passing here. Let's write our okay. How do we pronounce it? Scheist? Scheist? Let's see what Google says. Pronounce. How to pronounce. Let's try it. Schiste. Schiste. Usushiste. Schiste. Welcome to the stream, my friend. I'm going to forget how to pronounce it. So I'm going to add a little note here. Give me a second. Schiste. Schiste. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. Oh, it's a joke in Spanish? Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you're here either way. Welcome to have you. Welcome to have you. We are working on the Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024, which starts tomorrow. So we're building a project for it. Graham says, I'm a joke in Spain. In Spanish, not a joke in Spain. Look, we're all big jokes, okay? Haha, we're so funny. I kid. But do I? I do. But do I? Okay, so what I want to do is in our crawler mode here, we need to, there's like a couple things we can do because we could have a local version, a different one. So I was playing around with this idea before. When we wake up, we're gonna do the following just for now. We're gonna do Lua context dot load from URL is equal to, and I can get, let's make a static method. Public static void, we'll do a string. No, void load from URL. Ooh, this is really interesting. because we need to, I wonder if we have to do this in an IEnumerator. We kind of need to do it in IEnumerator. Because we have to wait until that done is finished. It's an async operation. Okay. So we need to pass in a thing that says what to do when we finished. Graham, congratulations on your number 13. Sidran, congratulations on number 12. Congratulations on number 10. Thumbert, I woke up at 4:30 for the stream this morning. Oh, I woke up at 2:30. Not for this stream, but just because I'm an insane person. So it's going to be our string URL. What's interesting here is we need this to take in a callback for what to do when we're done. Func or action string on success. Right, so maybe this isn't the great way to do it. Holy points, Graham. Holy points. Look at all those points. In this case, we are going to, this is going to take in a callback. Action string on success. String URL. String girl. String URL. There we go. Taking a URL here. This doesn't need to be a mono behavior anymore. Saving up to empty the hat box. Yeah, baby. Going for it. Public, private, static. So this will start an IEnumerator. So we basically, it's going to start a coroutine. Start coroutine. Oh, can we not do we need a game object? Let's see. Game object G. Can I do G.start coroutine? How do we start a coroutine? Ooh, I guess we can't. I guess it needs to be this. Okay, and then we'll do on success action string on fail like this. Graham, it's because I don't have, I'm not an affiliate. You got to scroll down. Did I make it? I thought I made an affiliate command. Did I do it? There we go. The liams are listed in the About Me section. If you scroll down, you can find them down there. There's not many, but we do have some. Web loader, get text from URL. Okay, so we're going to get the results. Here we'll do on fail.invoke error. And down here we'll do on success.invoke download handler.text. Boom, like that. Best redeem is board game by far. It's certainly a good one. It has inspired quite a few projects on the stream for sure. Okay, so now here, whoa, our load URL needs to have, we're gonna have a local load URL. This is so interesting because all of this stuff needs to happen later. So void init string project JSON. So we're gonna do this. Load dungeon load manifest. It's no longer this. Instead, it's JSON. Thank you for the whoa, Graham. Exception JSON extensions dot load model dungeon crawler manifest of projects JSON, like that. Okay. Load URL. So we need to make this have like a async. We're gonna see how this works real quick. It's gonna be funky, I think. Public. We need a failure as well. Public. Make that, yeah. Public void fail string fail message. And then this just, I don't know that we need this, but or are you going to debug the failure message? Throw new exception, failed to load URL. Okay. In this case, we're going to do web loader dot, web loader public. All right, get text from URL. So fascinating. Is going to do this. String URL. You're out of bean juice, Captain Enosa. The world is coming to an end. Your bean juice is running low. It's horrible. Horrible. So we'll do a start coroutine. URL and then init fail like this. Okay. Not too bad. Greg, welcome back to the stream. I need to update that command. My website's a little bit broken currently, but I highly recommend the C# Player's Guide for learning how to program in C#. Fabulous, fabulous book. Probably the best book out there. If you want something free, the csharpcourse.com is pretty good as well. Not as good as the C# Player's Guide, but it's free PDF. My website can get you started, but I need to do an overhaul on it. A Replit no longer supports some of the stuff I do, and so we end up, unfortunately, the website has some broken things in it, like this does not work anymore. So there's parts of my website that are currently broken that I need to fix. So I apologize for that. All right, so it's going to be our start coroutine. It can be just like this. So it sets the load from URL. And then can I do, we need to have a starting project. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. Init project.json. I can do, this is going to be the result string. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to do init the first time for now, just to make this thing build. I can do dungeon data dot manifest json dot text. Let's go look here. Is this thing okay? And we'll just say that this thing is definitely a thing. So we'll have a thing to load initially. .NET build. Let's test it. See if we can load. If we get errors. Okay, let's try it. This might work. This is exciting. This is exciting. We'll put yeah, what's interesting that then we'll have to have something different to say, like if we're in the editor we do this, if we're the web build we do this other thing. If this will work, we're gonna take we'll do a web build. It takes like 5-6 minutes to build. We'll take a break while that's building. I'll get myself a refresh of bean water because Captain Enosa, I'm just like you. I'm almost out of bean juice myself. Make sure we're hydrating a little bit more too. Okay, let's come back to our sample scene. What was that? Is that a corn juice? Whiskey made from corn. It's corn. Look, it's just corn juice. Graham, it's just corn juice. Can't run out of bean juice. Gotta do our best to not run out of bean juice. I love you, corn juice. This is gonna do something weird, isn't it? Because we need to deregister a bunch of this stuff on the previous. Something bad is about to happen. Yeah, this init isn't quite right. All right, but we can do a context dot load. What did I say? Load crawler from URL. Local hosts. Local host. It didn't fail. It has this. It's the same map though. What this is interesting that it worked. I forgot that it's the same map there. Okay. I don't know. I can't tell if anything is actually happening. Something bad's about to happen. I don't understand this though. It ran this. It did load it. We need to put a different build there. Okay, so we need 2 different builds first. Do I have different manifests? I only have the one manifest. Let's put a different build here. In one of the places, we need a different build. My init isn't quite... It seems to have run this. I really need to have a public void init change. Did it actually do anything? I don't know. It loaded it. It definitely loaded it. But it didn't on success. So we got to deregister these old events. Add new ones. There's a whole thing to do here. These don't need to get re-registered. What's really happening is our player changed. Okay. So let's do a public void change dungeon string project JSON change project. We'll call this load crawler. Really, it should be doing this load crawler. It's gonna change this, and then crawler mode dot manifest needs to be equal to this new manifest. We're updating the manifest, and we need to notify. So the whole manifest has changed. Let's set the current dungeon. Crawler dot current dungeon is equal to, just for now, we're gonna do this. Crawler dot player view. Current view is equal to new player view 0, 0 facing north. Okay. So we'll just move them to town. There's some stuff I need to do to make it so that when we initialize the game, there's an initialize script that does all the initialization for us. But this should... All right. Debug.log. Loading crawler. Okay. So we should see that, and then hopefully it'll say done. Since our current dungeon is changing, this should trigger on dungeon change dungeon, which causes us to rebuild. Okay, let's build this one more time. Our load from URL is this. Well, I'm gonna make it so that in the web builder, oh, this is exciting. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm pretty excited about this. This will be really cool. We'll get this working. It means that there's a potential that we could, in our submission, make it so players could actually There could be a database where players could actually create their own games in the game. Part of me is kind of hoping there's a theme called Living Dungeon that's a potential to have that be the one of the themes. There's going to be 4 themes. Living Dungeon would be really cool because I could make it so there's players submitted. It's a dungeon, but players could actually get their own property in the game and add to the dungeon itself, which would be really, really cool. Shy Programmer, welcome to the stream. All right, let's try a thing. Context dot load. I should have saved this command. Enjoy your lurk, my friend. Thank you for popping in. Always welcome. You're always, always, always welcome. Context.load from URL. Is this what it is? I need to have a better naming convention here. Load crawler from URL. Return context.load crawler from URL. Can I access load? Hang on. We were definitely doing this a moment ago. Am I typing something wrong? Okay, I was just typing it wrong. And then this should be, I need to save this command. Okay, so it did trigger this. Oh, and it did move us. Did you see that? It did move us. Okay, okay. This is good. This is good. Let's do a test here. Let's add another build file. So we have, oh, this is so cool. This here is another build file. So we should be able to live update the game like this. Test. So now if I do test, the Given Keystone PNG was not found. Okay. It almost worked. If I do this, okay. We must not have, let's rebuild test crawler here. This must be a broken build or something. Let's run our builder. Ooh, this is cool. This is cool. Test crawler. Build. All right, let's. It did load it. It just was a corrupt build. It probably was an old build. Past. Or maybe not. We'll find out here in just a second. Oh, it's gonna make me restart here. Once we have this, it'll be cool because I'll be able to export it to a WebGL build, and then we'll be able to load things in. And the only time we'll have to do a rebuild, what's happening, is when we modify the script and the Unity project, the scripting engine / Unity project. But we'll be able to make changes to our game and just like play test them right away. All right, I wish I had saved that command. Why do I keep doing that? Context.return load crawler from URL. Crawler from URL. That's what I did. Okay. I need to do this. There's some interesting stuff I have to do from a... Probably have to do some unloadings, like this cache is loading a bunch of stuff. No, it doesn't like the moss stone was not present in the dictionary. I wonder... Oh, it must be... We're not initializing... Okay, I understand this here. Let's save this real quick. Here, I need this command. We are not initializing... Ah, this will fix it. We're not initializing our material cache again. That's what's going on. Ah, this is what I was talking about just a moment ago. I don't know if you guys caught that. Cache. What do we do with this variable? Nothing? Okay. So this should... Let's go look at the code for this. Yeah, it replaces this one. So the other one should be ready to be garbage collected at this point, as long as no one else is referencing it. Okay. So there isn't a memory leak there. Let's rebuild this. Oh, this is great. We'll add a menu in here or something to load different crawlers as well. Okay. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this. There we go. Oh, we can change, reload our project at runtime. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. I don't know if people quite appreciate how awesome that is. I think that's super cool. Okay. All right. We got this. Oh man, that is great. I need to add this .NET format. It's exciting. We're gonna do a web build. We're gonna make sure it works in the web build, and then we'll be back. We're gonna .NET test. Make sure none of the tests fail. Okay. Git status. Git add. Git commit -m. Beat. Interpreter should. I'm going to do implement interpreter dot load crawler from URL. Okay. Push that up for now. We're gonna do a build. Welcome back, Thumbert. I'm about to go on a break myself. We're gonna do a build here, which takes several minutes to run. All right, so we're gonna do a build here. I'm gonna get myself some bean water. I'm gonna top myself off here. I have about half a cup still. Top myself off here. I'm gonna get myself a little bit more water. We need to drink a little bit more here. I've had about 22 ounces of water. So I'll get a little bit more in me. When you come back, we're gonna test out this build, see if we can load it directly from the web build, which is super exciting stuff. Don't go anywhere. Captain Coda will return. Hang tight, everybody. I'll get you. All right, folks, we're back. The web build has finished. I got my fresh cup of bean water. Took about 5 minutes to build, not bad.
You in the back, pay attention.
Thank you for the hay. We're gonna test it out now in the web build. All right, so we still have build and test here. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Let's .NET Serve still running. So we should be able to come here. Oh no. What was somebody streaming compilation failed? This can happen, for example. All right, what happened here? Oh, this is too bad. Zanoer. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Today, failed to asynchronous repair WASM. Why would somebody that instantiate? Function this. Okay, this is weird. Let's try a rebuild. I think something might have been cached here. Let's reserve this. I'm slightly nervous now. Okay, it's because the server had cached the WebGL.data file. All right, so we did blah, blah, blah. All right, so now I want to do context.load crawler from URL. And the URL is essentially, I'm hoping I can do build.json, because this should do it the local version. Insecure connection not allowed. Huh. I just want it to connect to itself. There it goes. Okay, I had to do a ./build.json. So we can load different crawlers locally here. Test. Very sweet. Look at that. So we can make modifications. Very cool. Very cool. Desist Dawdling says, question. I thought you couldn't work on an entry until the jam started. Is this just proof of concept? I'm building an editor. Great question. So I'm building an editor for creating dungeon crawler games. And I'm hoping to use that during the dungeon crawler. That's a great question. So I've already talked to Zuperdan, who's the host of the Dungeon Crawler Jam. He's been in the stream a bit too. He's aware of what I'm doing. But if you come down to library, existing, I think existing. All right. Can I start working on the jam before the jam starts? No, the game must be done. New concept within a time, not just another day. Hang on. There's another. We rank that. Do some research on existing. Hang on. I swear. Is it vital to prepare? Here it is. Yeah, you can. It is advisable to be prepared with your tools and have at least a rough design idea for your project before starting. Creating a game in such a short time can be a daunting task. Keep scope there. It is infinitely better to have this. Basically, the answer is yes, you can work on your engine. But we don't know what the theme is, so I haven't done any planning on like what the game's going to be, what enemies are going to be. Basically, I have an editor. So check it out. Desist, welcome to the stream, by the way. Let me show you what I have here. This is cool. Well, I think it's cool. We have an editor that does the following. LOL Delta, thank you so much for the raid. I'm so excited. I can't focus here. LOL Delta, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you working on? Folks, be sure to give LOL Delta some love. Appreciate the raid. We appreciate what you're doing. What are you working on your stream? Tell us all about it. If you got a raid and run, don't worry about it. But I'd love to know what you're working on. So I have a dungeon editor, Dawdling. Let me show you the editor. And Lolda says, doing good, was still building some admin screens in React Native. Gotcha, doing some web dev. So here's what I have. Desist, or everybody really. I have a dungeon editor. Can load this up. We have town. This is the town that we're kind of building here. In fact, this one's an old one. I'm going to do build here. And this is going to create this file here, pixeldungeon.json. And let me copy this over to my web folder. So we have, I hate that I can't do that. I have to do this to copy it. Let me copy this over to my WebGL here. And now my engine that's built in Unity, the engine can load this in. This is what I wanted to be able to do, to be able to test these things. So now I have this little dungeon that I built. So it loads it. It's the camera coming through. That's interesting. I have this as my wall texture there. I didn't realize I had done that. Very cool. Lol Delta, remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being amazing. You're welcome back anytime, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. But yeah, we have this little editor that can now dynamically load in entire crawlers. We can change the script. So if we want to do this again, say we make some change, we can reload it to get those changes into the project and test them out. So I'm trying to build up my tool chain to make it simple to do stuff. And so this works. I'm really quite pleased with this. Yeah, I'm incredibly pleased with how this turned out here. I want to like make an edit here. So let's generate a random map. And we're going to save this as random. Okay. Let's build again. I need to make it a little bit simpler. I can make it so that outputs, I can specify where we want to output in like a configuration or something. Let's replace this. All right. Now let's, I think I built it. Let's reload. But now I should be able to context.change dungeon random 00 south. There we go. So now we are in this dungeon that we just created. Oh, this is cool. This dungeon here. So we're actually walking around. Let me pull this out so we can get them side by side. Like this. So now we're here. We're in this thing here. We can see the world as we're moving about. I can move out into the advanced world here. Oh, there's a tile here that didn't get loaded properly. That's interesting. That's really interesting. That seems to be... What is that? I'm here over... Is it... What tile is that? Oh, I can kind of see it here. There's a secret wall. There's a missing a texture called default secret door.png in my build folder. Okay, this is why I need the validate tool. Let's add that in. So I'll come into Pixel Dungeon textures secret door is what it should be called. Come on, secret door. All right, let's exit the editor. Let's rebuild it. We'll take our Pixel Dungeon. We're gonna add it in here, replace it. Let's reload. Oh, this is exciting. Okay, and now that, there we go. So it's actually a secret door. It just looks like all the other ones. There we go, so we can actually move through it. Very sweet, awesome, awesome. I'm very excited by this. Let's get this pull request in. What is anything changed? Nothing's changed. All right, let's go make sure this pull request is passing. Oh, I didn't actually open the pull request, bummer. All right, that's okay. We'll just have to wait for it to go through. Let's figure out which feature we want to do next. Oh, that's awesome. There are, I think the most important thing that yeah, I think the most important thing that isn't finished yet, and it's going to take a lot of thought, is this dialogue option. So how do we implement dialogue in our game? How do we implement through scripts? There's also this, but we'll have to add audio controls and scripting for doing audio and then packaging the audio with our game so it can be loaded that way as well. This is what is preventing us from having a game. Right now it's just an environment explorer, but this little chunk here is what's preventing us from having a full-blown game. Yeah, because we need to have interactions from the user. So we go into a spot, a dialogue thing shows up, says something, maybe shows a picture, and we need a way to be able to design that dialogue. So maybe that is the feature we work on next. I only have... I normally don't stream on Thursday, so it's going to be a short-ish stream today. So I only have like 30, maybe an hour left to work on this on stream. And so part of me is like, can we just knock out some of these easy ones? This one feels like it could be good. Be able to set a ceiling tile in our dungeon. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. So for this project, Unity Coder, we have a sound engineer / composer. So on my team, there's a sound engineer composer. So I do need to be able to load in, probably going to go with OGG files because the compression on them. Maybe MP3s, but essentially be able to specify sound effects and play them from scripts. That one is something that I think is going to take me probably 2 or 3 hours to implement that. This one here, I think, is a full day. It's probably like 5 or 6 hours to implement this. Essentially, the way I'm thinking of it is a menu system. It's an advanced menu system where you have a menu and you can specify the action you can take. The user can press numbers to select actions, but I need to be able to construct the object that contains all of that. And then I need to be able to do it, I think, with a Lua script as well. Is how I have it envisioned in my mind. Is I want to be able to create the dialogues, either that or a YAML file or something where I can edit the dialogue external from Unity and external from a C# script. Unity Coder, thank you so much for your comments on these. This one, I know what's going. I think I know what's going on with it. Wrong with it. Points. Unity Coder, thank you so much for your comment on this. 100 points. I'm not currently copying over the DLLs. I think that's what's going on into the repository. And it's because they change so often and they're kind of big. And sometimes they get copied over and there's no actual changes to them. So I haven't figured that out. So this one is related to this issue here. Is that I want to only copy the DLLs if they have actually changed. There are things about them where the binary didn't change, but it generated a new, the code didn't change, but it generated a new binary. And I think it's related to a dependency graph on it. I don't understand the build process, but I have some ideas on it. I think it's related to the assembly dependency definitions. I'd like to find a way to reduce that change, or have Unity be able to keep the metadata about that DLL changing and just have that metadata stored in GitHub. I think for now, I'm going to try and knock off some of these ones that I'm pretty sure I can knock off. So let's do this one first. Get set wall texture from script. This one should be relatively straightforward to do. This is what we're going to do right now. All right, go ahead and confirm this. Delete the branch. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is really exciting. Get checkout. Yeah. Congratulations on number 15, Thumbert. Get checkout main. They're all the same. Get pull. The first command shows you who was first and then gives you the points. The daily just gives you your points and tells you which one, which position you are in. Okay. Get branch dash D. We'll delete this one here. Okay. I want to work on set wall texture. Get set wall texture from script. Okay, we're gonna do this one next. So I think we can do this one in about 30 minutes. Like that. Don't save. Okay. Let's add in a interpreter should public void change wall texture string texture name. Okay. And what I want to be able to do, the script should look like this. String script context.set texture. And this is going to set the texture of where we're currently facing. Texture name. Okay. Can make it have an at as well, but this will be nice for. So let's go into our Lua context. Yeah. It's going to be a lot like our set wall here. Walks in, just walked in, and they got number 16. Walks in, happy day. Do you plan on streaming the game jam? I'm planning to stream almost every day during the game jam. I happen to line up with my spring break. What will probably happen is I'll probably stream a bunch at the beginning, and then as I get further into the jam and it's crunch time, I'll stream less because I get a little bit distracted on stream. But I definitely think I'll be streaming every day, or at least like 70-80% of the jam. That's what I did last year. All right, so we're gonna add in a public void set texture string texture. Let's do the set texture string texture. Set wall texture is what it needs to be. Okay, set wall texture. We could add in a tile texture as well. Let's do a theory here. Theory. Inline data. Let's go with wood.png. Let's go with stone.png. So the two here. What are the things that need to be true? What's the setup? At the end of the day, we do interpreter.exec script, but we need the context. What is the context that makes this possible? We'll do I scriptable context equals substitute.for I script context. After we do this, the position, so we want context.view should be new player view, position facing. I guess we don't necessarily need to do that. 5 5 facing north. We need to have the texture context dot current dungeon dot get texture name on context dot view dot position context dot view dot facing. Okay, this should be our actual string actual. And then we're going to do actual dot should be texture name. The other thing is we're going to have to add in some hooks that say that forward the changes to our render. So there's several. Actually, I don't know if we'll be able to finish this in 30 minutes. Hopefully in an hour. As I start working on things like, oh yeah, there's a lot of wiring that needs to be done here. But what we can do with this is it'll be cool because we'll be able to make something like there's a button, you press the button, it changes the texture through a script. Or it turns a switch on and off. Should be texture name. To be able to do this, we need to do a context dot current dungeon equal to new dungeon. Are these initializable? Yeah, our walls should be a new dictionary here. So it's going to be a couple things in here. So let's separate this out a little bit. A new dictionary. I'm not sure I need that. Yeah. Okay. And in this dictionary, our tile edge will be a new tile edge. Should probably take in an X, a Y, and a facing to give us a little bit more. All right, so position equals new position XY. Thank you, autocomplete, for being annoying. Position facing, and now we can actually say at 5, 7, facing north. Facing east, down. So we can do a couple different tests here just to give us a little bit more satisfying, a little bit more confidence it's all going to work here. Position facing. This should be facing. This should be equal to a wall type dot solid. Basically, just not a none. So we're going to build a dungeon. We're going to put in one wall. The dungeon is going to have a textures. What is wall textures? It's a texture map. And this needs to have the textures inside. We need to make sure we have a texture in there. New dictionary like this. And oh no, we're just setting that texture should be okay. So I don't think I need to do it. I just need to make sure that it has one. Actually, I don't think I have to do that. Okay, so our current dungeon, we have a dungeon. It has a wall map with this texture, with this wall. Need this wall inside. The wall happens to be the position and facing that we get passed in. All right. Water 2, 4 south, one more to 12, 14 moss and west. So we have one for each of the directions, a couple different positions. Builds that up here. We're going to set for where the player is currently viewing in this dungeon. And then when we get the texture name, this should really be called get wall texture name. Get wall texture. I'm going to see if this refactors okay. That could cause... missed that. Get wall texture. .NET test. We should have 4 failing tests. Missing the semicolon somewhere. Here. Throw new not implemented exception. Okay. Okay, so we have 4 found. That's what I thought. The first thing we need to do is build the hardwired. That should get that first part of the test passing. I don't know if you saw, but it said that could not have access. It didn't know how to access set wall texture. Now it should be doing a not implemented. All right, so now it's doing not implemented. Setting texture here is going to be target.view. We want to get back position facing like this. Of the position and facing. We then need to, and I suppose I could do position facing like that. Inside of our target.currentDungeon.wallTextures .textures. There's set, no there's not. Textures of our position and facing should be equal to texture. And it needs to notify observers. So the wall texture itself should notify observers when this modifies. This is where the set method might be important. Yeah, anyone observing the wall changes should be notified. So that'll be another test. I think this test will pass here.
Whoa.
Salter D, thank you for raiding into me today. Do you know the incredible Salter D? Salter D, thank you so much for the raid. Folks, if you guys don't know Salter D, be sure to give him some love. See that little heart icon there? That button will bring you to the incredible, the unstoppable, the infallible Salter D. Be sure to check out their stream. Salter D, what were you working on today? Tell me all about it. If you need to, if you have anything for us to look at, hang on, Salter D. Feel free to drop a link in the chat, and we'll take a look. Working on the game, my friend. What game? Sorry. What I mean is, how is the game coming along? You got any trailers or images or screenshots or whoosie whatsies for us to look at? I'd love to see it. Wall textures needs to have. Yeah, this is interesting. So we want to be able to notify people of changes. Yeah, drop a link to your Steam. We'll take a look at it. Duskin HC, I'd like to welcome you today. Welcome, OHC. Welcome to the stream today. Thank you for the follow, Duskin HC. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's check it out. Adventures of Squeak Bottoms. Let's have a little looky-loo here. Adventures of Squeak Bottoms. The Adventures of Squeak Bottoms. Ooh, some great art here. Oh man, folks, go check it out. Check it out. Be sure to give it a wish list. I know people, you may not realize it, but clicking that wish list button really, even if you end up not getting the game, clicking the wish list button really helps the developers out in a number of ways. Builds confidence. I think it also sort of, if lots of people are clicking that wish list button, it sort of will self-promote a little bit. Ooh, a roguelike RPG style game with tantalizing comedic retro style gameplay, face randomized levels, difficulty using procedural level design. Nice. Enjoy in-game economy to purchase upgrades and pets to help you on your journey to save your beloved pet from the evil clutches of Psycho Tater. This art, beautiful. Did you make all the art? Where's this art come from? Beautiful, beautiful art. If you got a raid and run, no worries as well, but this looks awesome. I can't wait to check it out. Gray Hebok? Grayer Hebok. Grayer Hebok, yeah. Thank you for following me. Today we got Grayer Hebok here. Grayer Hebok, thank you. Reebok, gotcha. Gray Reebok, there we go. That makes more sense. Look, Captain Coder's a simpleton. I'm a codeton. I'm a codeton. All I know how to do is code. Everything else is a little fuzzy out there. Thank you for sharing this. This looks beautiful. I can't wait to play it. Any demos coming anytime soon? Let us know. You got a demo coming? If you got, again, no pets in the pics yet, so that is coming soon. Gotcha. Looking forward to checking it out. I love retro pixel art stuff. Very cool. So we need to have, all right. So we're able to change the texture here. We need to be able to notify people. If you're new here, I am Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me, and me is a computer science educator. I teach computer science and programming at a school for ages 10 to 14. So anyone who's new, that's who I am. I'm Captain Coder. We are working on an intro, a tool. We're preparing for Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024. And we're in the process of building a tool. So this is Dungeon Crawler Jam 2024. It starts tomorrow. Soon. So we're doing some prep work for it. I am writing a tool, Proton. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Let's get a hat added to the stack. Boom. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat, Proton. I hope you've been well. We're gonna get the stack started, actually. Not much of a stack yet. I am working on creating, and I say we because people in here are helping me out. We're building an editor for a dungeon crawler. Moon Jemmy. I would like to welcome you to the crew now, Moon Jemmy. Thank you for following me. Thank you for following, and I hope you enjoy your stay today. Moon Jemmy, welcome to the crew today. Moon Jemmy, thank you so much for the follow. So nice of you to follow. So we're building an editor for a dungeon crawler. So check it out. We're building I'm basically deeming it an engine for dungeon crawler. So here we are. Here is our engine, so I can add walls. Let's build, so I can show you what's going on with it. Add some walls in here. Let's click a save. Proton! Thank you again for the follow. Proton, you're so grand. You're so great. Thank you for unfollowing so you could refollow. Thank you for the unfollow and follow. All right, so let's add some rooms in here real quick. Let's put some texture in here. Let's go with lava rocks. All right, so we're gonna fill in this room with lava rocks just so I can demo it out here. Put a door here. All right, let's save. That wall's gonna be a lava rock wall. Hang on, let's change this texture to a default. There we go, just a default wall. I'll save. Let's go ahead and exit the editor. We're gonna build this here. I'm gonna ship it off to our server. So I'm gonna take my pixel dungeon. I'm gonna ship it off here. We're gonna replace this file. We're gonna reload it. All right, so we're gonna reload our pixel dungeon. And now we can go see the rooms I just added. There's the lava. Here's the room I just added. So that's what we're building. We're building a tool to make games. Yeah, look at that. Super cool stuff. Well, I'm having a blast with. I think it's super cool. There's still a lot of work to do, but that's what we're doing. We are working on adding in the ability to. We have scripting context in our game, so the game itself is going to be written using Lua scripts. And so the thing I'm working on right now we have the tools to do this. We can do context.set wall. We can turn walls. We can do all kinds of stuff. Turn walls on and off. But the feature I'm adding right now is going to be to change the texture from a script. So be able to turn a texture on and off via a script. And yeah, that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're working on. We just set it up so that we could change the texture. What we need to do now is notify the render, or have the ability to notify the render. So we just implemented this test, interpreter should. So we wrote a test that ensures that this script actually modifies the texture. I need to add, I'm gonna do a commit here so I did finish that test. We got it working. Beat interpreter should change wall texture. Really, this should be called set. Let's change it to set. 1 second. Cap, I'm working on the actual music for the demo. Want to judge it or what I've got done so far? I'm running out of time today. Proton, tomorrow. Oh, no, I'm not streaming tomorrow. Saturday. Saturday, I should have a little bit more time. But I'm running out of time today, and I really want to finish this feature. But if you want to send it to me on Saturday, or, we could drop it on the Discord, share it with people on the Discord. But Saturday, I should have a little bit more time. I'm trying to cook through this real quick before I have to get to work, because I have to I have to stop streaming a little bit earlier than normal today. Thursdays, my classes start. I have a different schedule on Thursday. Anyway. Git commit -m feature interpreter should set wall texture. Okay, so we can set the wall texture this way. We want to then be able to get notified. So the test public void. No, this is going to be part of our wall texture map. Yeah. Wall texture map should. We need to notify fact public void notify observer on change, like that. So we need to be able, when the textures change, someone who's listening for changes should get notified of what changed, what position and facing changed. So we need to add in a notify observer, or have a notify observer. So we have this ability to notify observers when something changes. Okay. So it needs to have an event, public event action. And the information we're going to send is a position, facing, and string here. It's going to be the changes that occurred. Something that's interesting, and I'm not going to worry about this. This is me over engineering saying, no, I don't need this thing yet. But we're going to do on texture change. Okay. There we go. So we're going to have an on texture change event. And I need to have a few things. Public void notify. So there's a few things I might want to do. Do I want to make it so that when this actually changes, it notifies, or have a notify? I think what I want to do is have a notify, and then whoever's changing it can notify people if they want to. So in this case, my interpreter would send the change, say, hey, by the way, something changed. We could also have some sort of dictionary. Yeah, that's a little bit too hard, I think. I don't want to do that. The Average Goob. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat. Boom. Added to the stack. Happy Thursday, my friend. I hope you're having a beautiful day. All right. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. On texture change. Morning, Goob. How, you know, the Average Goob, did you know that there's someone else in the stream named Goob? They're not here today, but I didn't realize, but I had the two of you confused at one point. I thought you had changed your name, but then I realized that there's actually two different people, the Average Goob and then Goob. But I'm so glad you could make it on this beautiful Thursday. I hope you're having a beautiful week. Goob and I travel between channels together a lot. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't quite realize that. I thought you were the same person. That's really funny to me. Notify. And so the notify is going to take a position, facing, string, new texture name. Okay. And we'll verify. There's going to be a few things. It needs to verify that this is the actual texture. Okay. And throw new not implemented exception here. We need to be able to notify observers. And then the interpreter should also notify an observer. We have bumped into each other like 5-6 streams. That's funny. Very cool. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense if you're both in the software, if you're both looking at stuff in the software game dev category, it would make sense that you bump into each other occasionally. There's a lot of people using Captain Enosa, Captain Commerce. I'm sure there's others as well. Those are the two that come to mind. I saw more yesterday in Jern's stream. Folks, I haven't given John a shout out in a while. Do you guys know Irish John? Irish John. Is that what it is? Folks, Irish John, incredible streamer, game developer. If you don't know Irish John, you should get to know him. Folks, I'm going to encourage you to click this heart button here. Irish John, incredible streamer, incredible game developer, incredible promoter of game dev on Twitch and programming and stuff in general. Also the host of the Captain Coder, the Captain Pirate emote, Captain Pirate emote. You can get your own Captain Pirate emote over there. They're fantastic. They stream almost every day, or I should say he streams almost every day. Just a good person. Yeah, Thumper Games, exactly. And this game, doesn't it look gorgeous? This game over here, be sure to give him some love, folks. He's always giving me shout outs. I always forget to give him a shout out, so I want to make sure to give him a shout out. Because I know I stream at a weird time for him, so he wouldn't be able to join very often. He is here. And also, he has one of the best. He has the Switch expression redeem. Okay, so we have this notify. Wall texture map should notify observers. Okay, and so this one should be pretty straightforward to do. One thing is, it will only notify if this thing is actually inside of the texture. We could do an add and notify. That's what we'll do. Set and notify. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Public void set texture and notify. Set texture and notify. Interesting. Hang on. Ooh, I could make it so that this actually does the notification for us. Yeah, I love that. Okay. All right. So we'll make, there we go. That makes sense. I'm going to make this an internal method. Other people shouldn't call this, just me. And then I can call it from here. Yeah. Okay, notify observer on change. Okay. And it's going to look like this. Wall texture map equals new. We're going to create a registered position. So int x, int y, facing, string, texture, like this. And so we'll do a map dot set texture. What? Oh, we need a dungeon to do that. So dungeon should, map should. I guess we just need a dungeon to be able to call it dungeon. Dungeon equals new texture, wall textures equals map, like that. Okay. We need a dungeon to be able to do it. Unchanged. Yeah, we have to be able to modify. So would this be part of dungeon? It would be part of dungeon. Dungeon should. Here, Dithron, welcome back to the stream, my friend. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Notify observer on wall texture change. The fact method cannot provide. Okay, so this needs to be a theory. Inline data 0, 0 north. We'll go with wood.png. So we can set that we're adding a new test. This one we're testing two different things here, but we can take these same inputs here. Yeah, this is good. And all it's going to do is check that does it notify the perfect. Okay. And we want to texture name. We're gonna do a dungeon dot walls, dot wall textures dot on texture change. We want to set some values. Thumbert, thank you so much for the hat redeem. Let's get another hat added to this stack. Holy cannoli. Boom, we're 3 hats deep, folks. We're 3 hats deep. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. I appreciate it. So we have a player, we're gonna have a position, a facing, and a texture, question mark, actual. So we're gonna do, this is gonna be position, face, PFT goes to actual equals PFT. Okay. So it's going to set these values. So after we call set texture, we should, all right, so this is our arrange. It's our action. And then our assertion is that actual dot should be, and then it should be these things. Let's pull these things out into really just this position, and it should be fine. New position, XY, facing, texture, name. Actual question mark, what is it complaining about? Use of unassigned local variable. Okay, so we need to be null by default. Okay, so we have this notify observer. These should fail. We should get some .NET tests. Okay. The event wall texture map to on texture is never used. Oh, that's true. All right, these 4 fail. Perfect. Not perfect, but that's what we'd assume. If they passed, we would have no way to know that they were actually not failing. Distron says, I'm all right. Finished the first draft of my City Bridges level. Very cool. Just taking a bit of a break. Only 33 days until the con where I want to present my Steam page. Awesome. Do you have a Steam page, Distron? I don't know if I've already asked that. All right, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to notify dungeon.walltextures.notify with our position facing texture name. So we're able to notify anyone who is listening. Not one that is presentable. Gotcha. No worries. Folks, if you don't know Dithron, he is making a game about a giantess. So you control a giantess stomping, rampaging. It's a retro style game, in my mind, reminiscent of Jill of the Jungle, the old Duke Nukem games. I'm hoping to release it on the 19th of next month. Very cool. Hopefully, 19th of next month, I think that's the day before our showcase. Our showcase is on, I can't see it because my screen's blocking it. My next showcase is going to be on April 20th. Yeah, so maybe just don't, if you happen to be around, feel free to hop in. I don't mind showing it a little bit more, especially if there's more to show on it. I'll be posting in Discord about that early April. All right, so our notify position facing texture name should just basically do on texture change dot invokes. I don't think we can invoke this externally. New texture name. I suspect if I were to try and do this, it won't let me call invoke. It's gonna say that I don't own this event. Yeah, I don't own the event. So that's a nice thing I think about this. We're just gonna say, okay, we're gonna do that. One other thing I want to do is a public void clear on texture clear listeners, and this is just going to do on texture change equals null. Right, so we can clear those because when we change maps we need to be able to clear them out later. This is something I know I'm anticipating a little bit, but pretty easy. Let's do a .NET test here. Our notification should be good. So in our interpreter should, let's go look at my Lua interpreter. Lua context. I want to actually call target.currentDungeon.setTexture. Position facing texture. Like that. Let's make sure our tests don't fail. .NET test. Because this will actually notify any observers. Sets the texture at the specified position and facing. Then notifies any observers of the change. Okay. If we modify it directly, it won't notify anyone of the change. I'm wondering if I could do... I can't make that anyway. I don't need those there. If I have them there, do I need them there? They don't do anything for me there. Okay. Great. Let's get that added. Dungeon should. Okay, the thing that we did here. Okay, get status, get add, get commit -m. Beat dungeon should notify observers on wall texture change. Okay, so if we set it, we notify observers of it. The last thing we need to do is in our Unity build, we need to dungeon builder. Our builder here needs to register itself on texture changes and update the wall textures. So what we can do is dungeon dot wall textures dot on texture change, update textures, void update textures, position, facing, string, texture name. We can look it up. Essentially, we just want to do this. It's interesting that we need the both of these. This could actually just be update walls. I'm not going to do that. Okay. I think this will work. I think we have the update there now. Let's do a build. Let's go into Unity once it's built. I think we got it just in time too. All right, folks, we are going to find someone to raid to when we finish here. If you have a suggestion for someone to raid, please let me know. Please let me know. I want to, so just so you know, the types of people I want to raid are ideally someone new to Twitch, relatively new. Microraptor Games is goated. Let's save that. Oliverius, thank you for that. I'm going to save that. If you give me a link to their Twitch page, it's a little bit easier for me to get to them, just to check them out. Full Box is fantastic as well. We'll probably do Microraptor Games. I haven't worked with them yet. I joined for you to raid. I'm not raiding yet. 15 minutes. I'm in 15 minutes. We're gonna go. Red Cabin Games has an awesome game. Red Cabin Games is pretty well established. I've done some stuff with them. How was the stream? Very good. Let me show you the culmination of what we just hope. Well, I'm about to test it. Let me show you the culmination of what we've hopefully done on stream today. Hopefully finished. So there's a little bit left to do. Why won't it let me open up that link? There it goes. Okay. Microraptor Games. Cool. Yeah, they're pretty new. Okay. So what I just did is context.setTexture. I want to be able to change this. I forget what the name of my textures are. So I want to be able to set the textures. So in my Pixel Dungeon, the textures, these are open source, or let's try dirt. Dirt.png. Okay. Cannot access field set wall texture. Boom. Okay, it works. We can set the textures from script. One thing that we're missing. So Distron, this is part of our scripting ability. So this is the script console. And so the idea is I might have a script. So let's the idea is this is how I can test out scripts. The idea would be in my script, for example, I might create a new script, change wall.lua. It says context.set texture. Oh, let's add this to our Lua script as well. Lua. It starts tomorrow. I am working on my engine. So I did load Dungeon Crawler. This is going to be, hang on. Let's go to our Lua context. I'm building an engine that I can use during the jam. Set wall texture. Okay, so this is set wall texture. Texture name. Okay. Loads a dungeon crawler from the specified URL. Sets the texture of the wall the player is currently facing. Okay. So now I could do the following. Context.set texture. And then the texture name dirt.png. So we can add this in here. Olivia says, last time I was here, you were sorting out ways to load and save things. I believe that was a bit confusing. Pace is going well. So let's do a thing. Let's do a thing here. Let's create this. Let's build this. All right, we're going to build this here. Let's load this. We're going to add this as a script so that when we enter a position, it'll change a wall texture. So this is what I'm doing. So we're in our Pixel Dungeon, Dungeon Editor. Let's go to our town. And what I'm going to do is when we enter this position, we are going to run the change wall script. All right, so when we enter this position, it's going to run change wall. Let's save this. Let's build this project. Okay, let's take this and add it to our web server real quick. All right, so we're going to replace Pixel Dungeon here on our web server. Let's load context.load crawler from URL, and then let's get the address to this thing here. This would be /pixel dungeon.json. Okay. Context.load crawler from URL. Okay, so this is the new one that we just loaded in here. Look at that. When I moved into that position, here, it'll do it this way. When I move into this position, it triggers the script, and that script changes. So we could do a thing like if you're in a position and there's a button, you could pull a lever, it'll change the texture to something else. So this is what we added here. The ability to set a texture via a script. So super cool. I'm really, really happy with that. We have a few more minutes here. Let's add in, right now we have set wall texture. Let's see if we can add in get wall texture. Get retrieves the texture that of the wall the player is facing. The textures are not mine. They are from Open Game Art, I believe. Open Game Art. I can't remember exactly. I'm low on time, but I think I did. I can't remember, like a texture pack or something. But yeah, they're open source. I have them. They aren't mine. Yeah. Trying to get into pixel art, but the dark bluestone texture look cool. Yeah, they're open source. If you send me a message on Discord, I could get you a link later. I'm just in a little bit of a rush to finish this off here. Get wall texture. I want to do a set wall texture at X, Y facing, and then we'll have a get set the set the texture of the wall the specified position. Thank you for the hat redeem. I think Captain Chica, thank you for the hat redeem. Get wall texture at gets retrieves the texture of the wall at the specified position. So you could do things like say, if the texture at this place is this other one, we swap it out. Captain Chica, let's get a hat added to the stack. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. Here we go. Let's get that added in. Thank you for the hat redeem. Ah, cool. Science. Hope you've been well, Balintz. Happy Thursday, folks. If you guys don't know Science, be sure to give him some love. Incredible science communicator. Incredible human being. Beautiful person. Everybody loves Balintz. I ain't never heard of no one who did not love Balintz. All right, so let's go back into our. Do I still have that added? No. I need to go into my Lua context, and there's going to be a couple methods I need to add. We're going to do a set texture wall at int x, int y. Is it int facing or facing? I think it's int f. Yeah, so we had to do that, and we cast it to a facing. This becomes a call to set wall texture at position.x, position.y, facing, and texture. So we can do that. as an int. Okay. And down here, we don't do this. Instead, we do new position x, y. Basing of f. Okay. So this one's not bad. The gets, these are the ones that I get caught up with. So can I return a string or do I have to return a dyn object, dyn value? We might be able to just return a string. Public string get wall texture, get wall texture at int x, int y, int f. And this is going to be get wall texture, new position x. Come on, autocomplete y, basing of f. There we go. So it's just a forward to this. And public string get texture, get wall texture. Should be get wall texture at view target dot view dot position dot x y basing as an int, like that. Okay. .NET test can really be a one-off. It's just forwarding this stuff over. We're gonna have to do the hardwired here. So CD, this is where the test would be good to have. Dungeon crawler, Lua, hardwired bash build. Okay. .NET build. Okay, let's rebuild, run it, test these, and then we got to get out of here. Then we got to get out, we got to get going, we got to get moving, we got to get grooving. And then I got to get to work. For a second, you thought your headphones are dying. But everything's absolutely wonderful. Any day I can wake up and code is a beautiful day, and today is no different, my friend. Today is an absolutely gorgeous and wonderful Tuesday morning. We're making so much progress. It's been great. Okay. I think these will be in. I didn't write unit tests, so I don't have infinite confidence. Let's do return context.get wall texture. Boom, default wall.png. All right, what is return context.player view? All right, just so we have that there. So now I can do return context.get wall texture at, did I say Tuesday? It's a beautiful Thursday. 3.1 west. Default wall.png. Okay. Let's try context.set wall texture at 3.1 west dirt.png. Boom! Boom! We got it. Beautiful. Man, super fun. All right, just under an hour to get that in. It's pretty sure we could get it in. Get add, get status. Let's do a .NET format real quick. Oh, happy days. Driver has a weird bug where volume gear on headphone is on 75%, it outputs only right. Ah, very strange. There we go. Git commit -m of beat. Implement git. Oh, why is my caps on? Beat. Implement git set wall textures by a script. Push it up. All right. All right, let's get a pull request in. Boom. Beat, implement, get set, wall texture from script. And this should close. I got to do one more thing. Close implements and closes number 79. Comment. All right. Microraptor Games been going for 5 hours. I'm not sure if they're planning to stop. They need help in game dev. Ask away. Cauldron Chronicles open world alchemy game. That's who we're gonna be raiding, folks. All right. Once this gets merged in, I'll get this merged in. I'm gonna do a web build. I'll ship it out so people can play with it. As always, folks, thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna raid Microraptor Games. Points add for making it all the way to the end. All you beautiful people, add all. 500 points. You guys are absolutely amazing. He's good to watch. Awesome. I'm glad to hear. It looks like he's really active in chat. I've been watching him over in the corner here. Really active in his chat. Really communicative. When we get there, we're gonna do happy Thursday. Show us what you're working on. Twitch raid. All right, folks, copy and paste this raid message. We're gonna go give them some love. Raid Microraptor Games. Remember, thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be back on Saturday. I can't stream tomorrow. I'm super busy with work, but I will be back on Saturday. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being the best you can be. You're welcome back anytime. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.